It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. In the glitzy world of fashion, even star-studded startups, they hit a roadblock. Take Shoedazzle. It was founded by Kim Kardashian, Brian Lee, Robert L. Shapiro, and ML Lee. And despite its initial surge, think about business that got going, it had over 1 million users. The company stumbled. When it deviated from its original subscription model, it lost customers, and it found itself just filled with overstock. Now I want you to imagine a world where your favorite subscription service suddenly stops and decides it's going to become another online store. Shoedazzle's attempt to suddenly transform from what it was, its core customer base, into attracting new customers, well, what it found out is that customers went away. In the aftermath of these decisions, labeled Shoedazzle almost as a failed startup. The struggle was real, and it seemed the brand was, well, doomed to go out as just another failed online business. And then enter Adam Goldenberg, the CEO of TechStyle, who saw the potential where others saw failure. And after acquiring Shoedazzle in 2013, Goldberg and his team decided to revert back to the original subscription model. They embraced the passion of Shoedazzle's initial customers. They started leveraging the business relationships that they had, listened to their clients, and by reinstating their $39 and $95 monthly fee, or subscription fee, I should say, they regained 100,000 subscribers. And they ran the business from $300 million in profit up to $100 million in profit. So what's my big takeaway for you as a CEO this morning? Having a robust sales system is critical. Now, whether it's a subscription-based model, whether you're selling a high-ticket product, whether you're trying to sell online clothing or offline clothing, having a sales strategy, having the right sales leadership in place that understands the sales strategy, and having the right approach can steer the company not only to profits that was unimaginable, but and continue to service those they were called to serve and have impact in the community. At the end of the day, you can make a dollar and a difference at the same time. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, the host of the CEO Sales Huddle. Thanks for having me. Let's get started. So every morning we get started the same way we do, which is with our personal mantra. And our personal mantra is, if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Now, we say this every single morning just so it'll be top of mind to us. Maybe you get up and you have an affirmation. Maybe you get up every single morning and there's something that you tell yourself. But today is every morning in the CEO Sales Huddle, we like to share, if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Now, why is that? Repeat after me. Just repeat it one time. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Why? Because sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. And without sales, there's always more money going out than there is coming in. So the point that I like to start off with, and every single day, it doesn't matter what medium I'm in or where I go, I always like to remind whomever I'm speaking with, this sales is serious business. This sales is serious business. That this sales is serious business, especially for a CEO. Now, we also have our personal mantra. And our personal mantra, I love to do every single morning as well. And our personal mantra is, I must learn, earn, and return. Now let me go ahead and share why that's important. And you might get it intellectually. But first, repeat after me. And this is our personal mantra. Now, you don't have to, I'll pledge. You ain't got to put your hand over your heart. But I do want you to say these words. I have to learn something new. As a CEO, you're always learning. You're always growing. In order to earn new revenue from existing clients. We just did a whole case study on that, okay? In order to get new and old clients to return. So I must learn, I must earn, and I must return. And when you do that, you see your revenue continue to go up. What are our objectives when we get together every single morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time? We have three main objectives. And our number one objective is, I'll put this over here, is sales progress. So we're looking for sales progress. So when you show up, you make a little bit of progress because these ideas are top of mind to you. You're more likely to execute. We address any roadblocks. So, hey, if there are any roadblocks out there, no worries. We're going to address those. And then last is to understand the 5 sales pillars that every CEO must know must understand in order to grow and generate revenue. The 5 sales pillars. Pillar number 1, I say it every morning, but I want you to listen with new ears, is sales planning. Now, this is the perfect time for where we are right now in the month. It's a perfect time for you to do your CEO sales plan. And if you're watching right now and you didn't do your CEO sales plan last month, I'm gonna encourage you to do it now. So you can go to www.ceosalesplan.com. Again, www.ceosalesplan.com. It's not about having a revenue number. It's about having a system, a strategy, and a sales funnel to get you where you want to get to. Number 2, sales cycle. What is the sales cycle of the clients from the time we connect with them till we communicate inside our community until we're able to convert them? Number 3 is sales messaging, the words that we're using. And number 4 sales pillar is sales indicators. We're going to talk about that when we get to the CEO sales dashboard. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. And number 5, well, you got to have a sales team. I don't know how you generate revenue without having a sales team. Even if you're the number 1 salesperson on your company, you got to have a sales team. Now, for all those folks who tune in every morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Even if you're watching the replay, do me a favor, look right below the video, and put a hashtag I'm here. Just do a check-in. Hashtag I'm here. Hashtag I'm here means, you know what? I'm in the conversation. I'm listening. I'm there. And again, it's going to sound overly silly, but it's not. We're a community that's working together as CEOs. Or if you're watching the replay, maybe you can't watch it at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I appreciate every single one of you to show up. Go ahead and put hashtag replay. So maybe you're watching a little later. That's cool. Maybe if you're online, because maybe right now you're listening to the podcast. Thank you for downloading the podcast. Maybe you're on Roku and you click, and you're on our Roku channel and you're watching it on Roku or Apple TV or Amazon or wherever platform you're on right now. Let me say thank you. Go over to @IamJBrown, @IamJBrown. Just drop me a note. Let me know you're in the building. Let me know that you're here, by the way. Please do that. And I'll respond back. I respond to every comment. Okay, now, why do we get together? Number 1 reason to get together every single morning is CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster. So you can already sell. You're a CEO. I get it. You started the company. I get it. You're probably the number 1 salesperson in your whole company. Maybe. I get it. Or if you are a director, some of you are supervisors, some of you are managers, and you're in charge of sales organizations, we come together every single morning to put together the best ideas we know on how not only just to sell, but how do we sell faster? How long do we get together? This is 15 minutes for our big why. Our big why is sales growth, sales accountability, and sales consistency. Now, you may have heard this before, but it's so true. We'll often do more for others than we'll do for ourselves. So just the fact you show up, the fact you follow through, you do the CEO sales dashboard, you have the CEO sales plan, just the fact that you have those things in line means that you're going to see more sales growth. Okay, does it guarantee it? Absolutely not. But I'll tell you one thing, you're more likely to be able to do it. So 15 minutes a day is all we ask. It's 1% of your day, and we have one outcome. And that outcome is very important to me. I love to share because I'll make sure we're on the same page. And then we're going to get to my favorite section, which is the CEO sales dashboard. But hear me, please. Hear me and hear me clearly. Our number 1 outcome of showing up and why you're here every morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or even if you're watching the replay, is to generate $100,000 a month. Plus, over and beyond whatever you're earning today of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. That's our number 1 goal. Because when you have more revenue coming in, you can have more impact. The more money means you can have more meaning. And isn't that so true? Isn't that why you got in business? Isn't that why you're the CEO? Not just for yourself. It's not about making money, but it's about being able to give back to others and give as generously as you want to give with your time, with your money, or with your resources. So now we're going to go into this segment. This is my favorite. They're all my favorite, or we wouldn't freaking do them, I'm sure. It's the CEO Sales Dashboard. Now, the CEO Sales Dashboard, I hope you've downloaded. If you haven't, go download it now. Go to www.ceosaleshuddle.com. Download it now. It's an Excel sheet. There was a huge challenge in the market. And the market was a number of CEOs didn't have one place to go to that they could manage the whole sales organization. And I saw this over and over. conversation after conversation after conversation. What should I do? And I would go back to these 5 metrics. And after a while, you get frustrated and say, you know what? We're going to do something about it. If that ever happened to you, where something happens, you says, no, it starts with me. I'm going to start small, but I'm going to what? Start. And so we create the CEO sales dashboard. Now, this is an Excel sheet. Now, this is the number 1 tool that's measuring. We're going to pull it up. Pull yours up right now. Like, no, seriously, like go to your computer. Maybe your assistant filled it out for you yesterday. Cool beans. Maybe your VA filled it out for you yesterday. Fantastic. Maybe you assigned it to a project manager or someone. Maybe while you're watching me right now, you're opening up your CEO dashboard yourself and you're filling it out even while you and I are speaking right now. It doesn't matter. Congratulations, you're here. Now, across the top are 1 through 31. You're going to go to today's date. Now, the good news is you can look at the last 30 days, but we're going to look at just today's date first. And I want you to look at yesterday. There's 5 categories. You see them there coming down the columns: leads, appointments, offers, deals, repeat business. Today, we'll talk about offers, okay? But you can go up top and you can say, okay, yesterday, how many new leads came into the database? Got it, Shay. Go down below. How many new appointments were set? How many appointments for the team was run? This should already be in, but if it's not, please, I'm asking you right now, what gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better in any area of life, but we're only talking about the sales organization right now. Then I want you to go back and I want you to look at the last 14 days. No, seriously, look at the trend over the last 14 days. Then I want you to go back and look at the trend over the last 30 and 60 days. Now, if you're just getting started, you're here for the very first time, go to CEOsaleshuddle.com, download the CEO dashboard. Now, we're going to talk about one area. I like to go deep in one area every single morning. Today, we're going to go deep in the area of offers. And I like to share and reemphasize this, yes, you want to get deals. Yes, you have effort every single day. I get that. But we have some subcategories that can help measure us along the way. So we're going to go to offers. We've got credit card, signed contract, and next steps. You can put whatever you want here. But I want you to measure how many times you make an offer. I asked for the credit card. Check. I sent them a payment link. Check. That's another category, some of you. I asked them to sign the contract. I sent it to them. That's an ask. I asked for the order. Would you like to work with our company? Would you like to sign the contract? Would you like to get started? I want you to track that. Because in order to get to deals, we have to at least make an offer. And this is a very, very important category for 2 reasons. Number one, just from a mindset perspective. When you make an offer, it doesn't mean you have to get the deal, but you made the offer. Okay. And sometimes if I in the whole day you say, well, I didn't get any deals, no one's working with me, my sales organization is not performing today, they didn't bring anything in. But you go talk to the manager of the sales organization, or maybe it's you, maybe you have to have a self-talk with yourself. And you say, hey, did I make any offers yesterday? If the answer is yes, silently pat yourself on the back. At least I do, and acknowledge yourself for the effort, for doing the best you can. Your job is not to convince anyone to do anything. Your job is just to say, hey, we have a way of solving your problem. If you'd like for us to do it, here's how we do it. Would you like to bring us aboard to solve the problem? In so many words. Now, you've got signed contracts, or maybe the contract's out. You might say, Shay, what is the next step on there? The next step means maybe you sent off a payment link. I'll just say it like that. You said, person says, I'm in, send me a link. I'm going to go pay it online. Okay. Some of you take credit cards right over the phone, and that's cool. Some of you send a link. So you send a link. That's an offer. The next step is to make sure or confirm the person's clicked the button, made the payment, and the money is coming in. All right, that's the next step. Maybe the next step is they got to review the contract and they want to get back together just to go over the details. Maybe the next step is you gave them the wire payment money and you're waiting for the wire to come in. The next step is to make sure on 48 hours later, you're both getting together to confirm everything went through. There's no questions. And you have an onboard process. So take a look over the last 30 days. Oh, just forget 30 days. Let's go yesterday. Yesterday, how many offers did you make yesterday as a business? Your sales organization. Now, if you went to your sales organization right now, looked at your CEO dashboard, how many offers were made yesterday? If the answer is 0, not enough, it's okay. How many were made the last 14 days? If the answer is 0 or not enough, that's okay. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to start today. I love my mentor. He always asks me the question, Jay, when is the best time to plant a tree? And the obvious answer is today. Was yesterday, obviously. And then he says, well, when's the next best time to plant a tree? Well, it's today. So the best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago. The next best time to plant a tree is today. Today you get started. Open up your CEO sales dashboard. This is the day. Okay, now we're going to go into a segment that we love to do, which is called Celebrate Wins. So we're not going to beat ourselves up. We're going to look at what are we doing right. Sometimes we can always just beat ourselves up as entrepreneurs, right? We got everything has to be perfect. And so you look at that. Let's ask ourselves 3 questions, because powerful people ask powerful questions, because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus on. So number 1, what are you most proud of? Just in the sales organization. Now you can look at any area of your life. You can look at your health. You can look at your relationships. You can look at your finances. But what are you most proud of yesterday? And then number 2, what was your biggest accomplishment in the sales organization yesterday? This is a good time to check in. This is why you check in for these 15 minutes. You could be doing something else, but you're tuned in. You're listening. I'm glad you're here. For everyone that's here and watching live right now, do me a favor. Look right below the video and put a hashtag, I'm here. Hashtag, I'm here. Hashtag, I'm here. If you're watching the replay because you got a hold of this and you can't do it at 8 a.m., but you watch it when you can on your schedule, put a hashtag replay. You're still here. There's still high value in just listening in and these ideas being top of mind to you. And when they're top of mind to you, you're just more likely to do it. Okay. Looking forward to connecting with you. I respond to every comment. I know some of you are on podcasts right now. You're on Roku. You're on Apple TV. You're on our on-demand streaming platform and some of our groups and so forth. You can just go over to @IamCheBrown, @IamCheBrown, and just send me a note. Say, I'm here. Or let me know what we can do to add even more value to you. We're doing our big accomplishments right now. And then after we look at our big accomplishments, our next step is always to look at, you know what? Everything don't go the way it should go. Powerful people ask powerful questions because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get what you focus on. So we're going to look at what were some obstacles we had. So let's step back and look at number 1. What was your biggest roadblock yesterday? Now, this is just in your sales organization. You can look at your personal life. Maybe you're supposed to go to the gym and you didn't. That's a different conversation. Let's not have that conversation today, all right? Maybe you're supposed to eat more fruits and vegetables and you didn't. Different conversation. But what was your biggest roadblock yesterday? What's preventing you today in the sales organization? What's a roadblock you know is out there for the sales organization today? And number 3, my favorite, they're all my favorite. I wouldn't do them, obviously, but I think it's so important, is what's the one thing you can do today that if you did it, it would move your sales organization forward. It would move the needle. It would make the biggest difference for you. Make a decision as you're going to get started and you're going to do it. My message of the day is focus on generating leads into your business. Lead generation is your number 1 job as the CEO of the company. Your job is to go out and evangelize the message. You focus on evangelizing the message and attracting people who have a problem to your organization, and you bring them in to the organization. So take a look at lead generation on top of the CEO sales dashboard. There's a category called leads. Look at how many new leads are coming in. Look how many folks are being qualified. Look how many folks are repeat folks. How many people are engaged. You can add other categories in there, but make a decision that today is your day. With that being said, my name is Che Brown, the host of the CEO Sales Huddle. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for being here. I want you to know that you are a CEO. I get it. You're successful. You're amazing. You're incredible. You're a game changer. You're a world changer. You're making so much impact in the world. No matter what's going on in your life, I believe that today is your January 1st. Today is your January 1st. And because of that one reason, you get a fresh start. And you get an opportunity to do it all over again today. Because of that, your best is still yet to come. Your best is yet to come. Your best is yet to come. My name is Che Brown. Make it a great day, everyone. And I'll see you, on the other side. God bless. And keep doing God's work. We out.